real.
If he hasn't had it already.
Poor Vivi.
That happened to my Facebook account. It got hacked, and I could never fix it. Like I kept changing the password, kept doing all kinds of things. After resetting the password like 21 times, I deleted my account. Little did I know that I had like 300 old pictures that I had taken throughout the years, and I lost them all completely. 100% lost. All gone. Fucking sucks. I had some awesome pictures too.
Lex, my love. How badly would your eye twitch if you opened a pack of M&Ms and you only got one of a single color of one of the M&Ms? I just had that happen.
What color did you get?
I only got one blue.
M&M's in a good while too. I like M&M's.
The only M&Ms I ever eat anymore are the peanut butter ones.
I need to try those. I usually just get like the regular ones, or I get like M&M minis because I enjoy those.
No, for me the peanut butter ones are the perfect size. Also not healthy for diabetes, but I digress.
Are you keeping an eye on said diabetics?
Why wouldn't you be able to have the...
Are you watching what you eat, Moink? Whenever you're having the M&Ms?
Wait, Lex, why wouldn't you be able to eat the peanut butter M&Ms?
The single blue M&M. She wouldn't be able to eat it because
Oh.
it's the only one in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a weird ADHD thing. I don't know, where everything has to be uniform, and I'm like, I don't care. I'll eat it. It's all chocolate at the end of the day. I tell you what my sugar is now, but kind of have to wait 2 hours now if you want an accurate reading.
Nate,
Yeah.
how many M&Ms have you been stuffing into your mouth currently?
Um.
That better be
The one with what the fuck is it? With the peanuts on them. Those look pretty good.
No, it's the peanut butter ones. um,
Ooh, I don't think I've had those.
so there's 3 servings per container, and I probably just ate 2 servings. So, with that,
Just you stop with those right now, good sir. Put the rest of them up.
well, no, that's only 30 carbs. That's not bad.
Oink.
The Mountain Dew that I'm drinking with it, though, on the other hand.
Oh shit.
Swear to God, if I ever come to Pennsylvania, the first thing I'm doing is popping you upside the head.
Yeah, soda is like the worst thing you can. Well, okay, there's other things you can put in your body, but soda, one of those things that people feel like it's harmless, is one of the worst things you can put in your body.
Oh, I know it's harmless. That's why I. So.
It's viewed as harmless, but it's not.
Or not harmless. It's harmful. So, long story short, I bought a 1 liter of Mountain Dew Monday or Tuesday, and I have yet to open it.
Well, that's good.
No, it's not, because I go downstairs and I get a can of Pepsi instead.
Oh shit.
Alex, you find that Mountain Dew and you take it.
She can't even drink it.
Take it and hide it. Doesn't matter.
Throw it away. Drain it down the fucking water faucet, whatever.
You see, don't get her in trouble, because I still have powers to ground her.
Yeah, but you.
I got
You
the
don't have
dad
to know.
card.
Yeah, you got the dad card, but we got the friend card, making sure you don't do anything stupid.
Me do something stupid, never.
Alex, get rid of the Mountain Dew. He can get mad at you later. He's probably going to get mad at me later for making you do it. I don't care. Get rid of it.
Let's see, what's my sugar at right now? Hold on.
It's probably better since you've lost some weight, right?
Well, that's the other thing too. I gotta behave because I need to do blood work.
See?
I don't want like my last A1C reading was 5, which is really fucking good for a diabetic.
And
But-
with all
This M&M's you've been eating, how much you want to bet it's going to be? Oh my God. Ah.
Well, it takes a few months to build up, but we'll see what it's at.
Yeah, but with the combined efforts of freaking peanut butter and chocolate and soda, especially dark soda.
Mountain Dew ain't dark soda. Get the hell out of here.
no,
Talk about the Pepsi, you dingus.
All right, who wants to guess? What's my blood sugar at?
I don't know enough to be able to even give you a number. I don't know how that works. Like, what's a normal reading like?
All right, so an average human should be anywhere between 70 and 110.
70 and 110.
That's before eating.
4.
Interesting.
97.
You're at 97 right now.
oh, that's what it was before.
That's what it's at right now.
For the Mike, put the M&Ms aside and stop drinking the soda. Get some water in
Wait.
your system right now.
97 is normal, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
The
the
average is at 110. That's the max for a average. If he goes over that, then that's going to be an issue.
Well, so a diabetic can go over after eating. Should be about 50 points over.
Damn.
So
that's a lot.
in 2 hours, which is basically at the end of the stream, I should be no higher than 150.
And if he keeps munching
Shit.
on those M&Ms and drinking soda,
Yeah,
and depending on what he's going to be eating afterwards, because don't forget, a lot of things after being eaten will be converted into sugar. That's how things work.
a lot of the time until it's
That's how
something
everything-
sweet, which has a hard time to.
Converting itself.
That's how everything works. So you got to look at. So for a diabetic, you got to look at the nutritional facts, right? And the
Yep.
one thing that a diabetic has to look at is total carbs. So
And you've done
Done the keto thing before, haven't you?
I've not done keto, and that's not healthy for a diabetic to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say keto is usually not healthy.
No, it's not. Not at all.
I'm not a fan of keto. The one that I do like is the Whole 30. I like Whole 30.
The hell is Whole 30?
It's basically you trying to eat like uh it's meant to be it's meant for you to discover what what food groups or what food stuff some can make you like bloated or can make you feel a little bit sicker. So you cut out certain things that are specific, like for example you cut off all dairy completely, no dairy whatsoever, zero, illegal. You cut off pretty much all, like 100% of all fake sugar, like 100% of everything. So even if like you're looking to cook meat or you're looking to heat up something and you see in the food labels and stuff and the ingredients and you see anything that like labels and calls that any type of sugar that isn't like natural sugar, you can't eat it. So the only sugars you're allowed to eat are basically like if you eat fruits, berries, whatever, right? You're like that's okay, but that's the only sugar you're allowed to have. You can't have anything else that's any type of other sugar whatsoever. And then a weird one, which I personally don't agree with, but it is what it is. You you're not supposed to have any legumes, and like it's basically like beans and stuff. Um, I don't have any problem with beans, so it's never bothered me. But some people can get bloated from stuff like that, so it's meant for you to like break from it and see how your body reacts, and then if you want to reintroduce it, you can. But I do agree with dairy and sugars. They really make such a big difference in your life, and then you just basically you can eat normal, but just stay away from those things. But yeah, Whole 30 has been when I've lost the most amount of weight and looked the best.
Yeah.
The only bad thing about Whole 30 is you do deprive yourself from a lot. So when you're out of Whole 30, you kind of tend to kind of go back into bad habits afterwards. So that's my only complaint with it is you abstract yourself from a lot, and so when you're done, you're like, oh, now I can go have this or I can go have that, and then you're back where you started.
Well, right. So that I mean, that's the primary problem with most weight loss behaviors or diets is that, especially when people feel like they've met their goal, they think they can stay there and go back to the way that they're eating, which is not the case.
If they do that, they're gonna be right back at square one.
Correct.
You mean I can't start eating pizzas again every weekend?
I mean, fuck, I did.
For me, I go back and forth between. I've been cutting back a lot of sugar on myself, and just like with the amount of walking I'm constantly doing, and introducing a little bit of carbs into my thing, and just sometimes basically right when I go to work, I eat like 6 hard-boiled eggs a day because the store just sells them. So
Yeah.
I get my daily amount of protein out of that. Then I also work on like getting some chicken and salad, that kind of thing in my system, along with a little bit of bread, but I don't overdo it.
I wish I had easy access to hard-boiled eggs again.
Just go to your local Walmart. They should have them. You could just go there and buy them. They're cold, but hey, it's protein.
I don't want to. I don't want to try to guess how far my local Walmart is from me.
I mean, just stick a bunch of eggs in the oven and go change your sub job, please.
I just got logged in. Jeez. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Sure you don't want White Mage Dragoon?
Positive. You can super jump if you get hate.
I'll be right back, guys.
I'm supposed to be on TPS too, aren't I?
Yes.
Yes.
If he's on DPS, then he could just go Dragoon / White Mage, then, right? Or Dragoon /
right.
Lulu.
Hey, one of our good friends says Dragoon White Mage all the time.
Isn't Dragoon Blue now the new hotness for that? Or is it Dragoon Dark Knight now?
It's hard to say. I haven't really been reading the Dragoon forums.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought like that was like when I was like whenever I see people on Dragoon, either I was trying to figure out what subjobs they had. I thought like Dark Knight was like one of the main ones that they used. but I could be wrong. So
Yeah, I don't know. All right, is everybody ready?
I think I just crashed.
Did you really?
I switched weapons, and now the game's frozen. So
There's the red dot.
I can see the screen still, so let's see if it holds on.
You pokeballed.
he biscuit. He has the biscuit. The biscuit. Quick, someone pull him back.
No, I don't want
Let's
to.
find how close does it look with the small warrant is to me.
Oh, he came back.
Nice, it is. I think the closest Walmart is either into Long Island or in New Jersey.
Wow.
So like 3 hours.
Away in Long Island or
I thought there was one in Brooklyn or north of Brooklyn.
I don't see any in New York City at all.
No, go north of Brooklyn.
Well, yeah, that's New York.
No, I thought New York City was south of Brooklyn.
No, New York. Well, technically, Brooklyn is in New York City.
Well, right, but
Manhattan.
Manhattan is north of Brooklyn. Yeah, Valley Stream, New York is the closest, and then Bayonne, New Jersey.
There aren't
any in actual New York City.
Wow. That's ridiculous.
Yep.
more than one.
There's
person.
Targets.
Targets don't have fucking hard-boiled eggs, I guess.
More than one
because they
person
don't have a
forgot the
deli
key
section.
item, huh?
Oh shit.
Wait a minute. Uh-oh. This could be me. Well.
Yeah.
Yep, that was me.
Can't fault Vivi anymore.
Well, I see. Here's what it was. I thought Vivi was gone forever, so.
No. Vivi's got that needle in the vein as much as everyone else here.
Just mad that none of us took him up on his $50 offer.
But if you can't find it, if you can't get to a nearby Walmart, if you have eggs at home, just boil them that way.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My biggest problem is like I leave what is just basically zero amounts of time between when I wake up in the morning to when I go to work.
Oh, you have poor time management. That's what that is, then, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's not poor time management. I just wake up, get a shower, and I'm out the door within like 15 minutes. So I don't really. my brain doesn't function in the morning. So usually like the time period where I realize that I have food that I could bring with me, I'm already at work or halfway there.
And are you like super early to work at that time? Then I'm guessing.
8 a.m. So not that early.
You know you can bake the eggs to hard boil them.
Yeah,
You can?
yeah.
I
You can
didn't know
air
that was a
fryer them
thing.
too.
I didn't know that.
Yep. I don't like doing it. I mean, it's just basically the same. My big problem is I never ice bath them long enough. Or fast enough, maybe. But no, so I used to have like there was a cart right outside where I worked, and dude would do hard boiled eggs. So I just like grab those off him every morning. But then it got weird with me and him one day over like a $10. It was like a Seinfeld episode. Oh, I was completely disconnected, huh?
Yeah, you're DCing now.
No, I talked a lot there too. Shit. And fuck
Yeah.
Spectrum.
No more sodas, mister.
I don't know where the Mountain Dew I bought today ran off to.
That's actually one thing that I'm glad that I got rid of, and I've never really gotten back into it ever again. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I've drank soda in the last 10, 15 years, but it's rare. Like, I only ever do that. I probably have like maybe 7 sodas per year, maybe, if that.
Yeah.
Which is not a lot. I mean, just 7 for 365 days.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
mean, you
bad at
don't.
all.
After you stop drinking it, you don't miss it that much, really.
Yeah, you don't. Like, every once in a while, you're like, whatever. Like, for example, like, I like Sprite. Like, Sprite's probably my favorite one. But I don't, like, crave it at all whatsoever. Like, my body's already left it for over 15 years at this point. So it's like, whatever. I can have it or I don't have it. It doesn't fucking matter to me.
We're gonna use the teleporter after this, Efren.
All right, cool. Thank you for the info.
Hey, it's Sensei.
You want to? One thing I found is when you stop drinking soda, you want to replace it with something like heroin.
Heroin? Wait, what?
Yeah, that was a joke.
Oh, I was like, wait, where are you getting this information from? You go from sodas to heroin. God damn, that's quite the shift.
It's quite the upgrade, right?
What's going on, Ricardo? How are you doing tonight?
What I've actually replaced.
Soda with is coconut water. But I've been drinking coconut since I was like 2 years old. So, I mean, coconut's always gonna be like my favorite. Only problem with coconut water, though, a lot of it is actually trash. Like it's no better than soda, really. That's why the one I like a lot, which is pretty good, is Harmless Harvest. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, game. Thanks.
Did you
Fucking
crash
burgers.
again?
Huh?
Did you crash again?
No, these fucking droggers were not there, and now they're all of a sudden here. Like I was invisibly taking damage for a while, and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" And then all of a sudden, droggers.
If only our DPS were over here taking out the Halo.
Sorry, all these droggers.
Hey, Luna. Come here, kitties. You're okay. Let's go back this way, okay?
I'm trying, Neko, but I'm weakened.
Let's put you here.
Breaking bones.
What are you guys doing, Sorty?
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Odyssey?
against the Halo. Why there's no Halo?
You know, it would be pretty funny if Astrobot ends up winning Game of the Year over Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I would laugh so hard.
Why would it matter? Because they're both Sony funded properties.
Yeah, but it's just funny how Rebirth has basically had like the whole year they've had the Game of the Year in the bag. It would literally be like if you're in the Olympics and you're one of the runners and you're like laughing on the way to the finish line, and just as you turn around to point at the people behind you to laugh at them, you realize that another racer just literally passed you at the last possible second. That's what Astrobot would be like doing that.
I feel like Black Myth might be an up-and-coming contender for it too. So
I was to say, has it been that bad of a year for games?
Oh, it's been awful.
It kind
This
of
is probably the
been,
worst
yeah.
year in gaming.
I mean, Nintendo is still up because they've got Echoes of Wisdom coming out in a couple weeks, and then the Mario and Luigi, which I don't think that one's going to be a contender.
Holy shit! I finally achieved with video games what I achieved with movies.
What's
Where
that?
you-
Where people are talking about stuff, and I feel like it's just a fake thing that they made up. Like, you know,
That's a good thing, honestly.
have you ever watched a movie and or like some sort of
Zoe,
thing,
come
and
on.
they're like making up? They're making
So we
up.
get back.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm gonna mute myself because this cat's not listening to me.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
because cats listen.
It might be their lack of knowing English.
I mean, even if you think a cat knew English, do you really think it would listen?
That's fair. But anyways, like, you know how in movies they'll like make up fake franchises and stuff like that? That's how movies feel to me now, since I haven't really been paying attention to movies, and I don't have like, I just don't watch TV. So I just, like, every time someone brings up a movie franchise, it always feels like they're making something up. I think I just hit that spot with video games. I'm
Yeah,
out of every loop.
honestly, I envy you because when you are too caught up with everything that's going on in the video game industry, you kind of feel like you have to buy a lot of these games.
Yeah.
And the worst thing that you end up doing is you spend your money and you get some sort of high from buying a new game. Like, it feels good to buy a new game. You're like, oh yeah, I just bought a new game. But the problem is, now that we're adults, we're old, we got shit to do, we ain't got no fucking time to fucking play anything. They just sit there in your fucking library forever.
I was about to say, Neko, here's what you can do, though. You can replace that with heroin.
See, I don't.
heroin.
Yes, I don't know that she can drink tea or should
It's
drink tea
called
because of the caffeine.
well, even the unsweetened one.
Well, she has
No, I mean-
medications that will hasten with caffeine. It'll hasten, so it will wear off faster.
Oh, well, stay away from grapefruit.
I don't know if she can have that or not.
Yeah, grapefruit fucks with a lot of medications. Specifically, a lot of heart medications too. Grapefruit fucks with. So if you like really love grapefruit, eat a bunch of it before your heart starts having problems. Coincidentally, it's also good for your heart. One dude I work with is convinced that green tea can cure everything.
There is one game that could potentially also just kind of enter the ring and just surprise everybody, but we'll see. And that is Metaphor Refantasio.
I don't know.
It comes out in
I doubt
October,
it.
so we'll have to see.
When's the last time you've seen an RPG get Game of the Year?
Never.
Persona 5 was close. They were nominated for Game of the Year, and they won RPG of the Year in 2015. That's how I actually ended up buying the game, because I was like, what the fuck is this Persona 5? Like, why are people so obsessed with it? I gotta find out. And I saw it on sale for like $20 after the Game Awards. Like literally the day after the Game Awards, I was on my PS4 and I saw it for $20. I was like, oh shit.
Shit, this is the game that was nominated for Game of the Year. I'll buy it.
Wait. I thought you were a Persona fan before 5.
Mm-mm.
I had no idea what Persona even was. No clue.
Never heard of it.
That's why you have a hard on for 5.
Yeah, it was the first Atlas game I ever played.
I keep wanting to play 3.
3 is probably my favorite, I think, overall.
3 is what got me into the series.
Yeah.
Well,
3
more
is so
specifically
good.
3 and FES, because that's what I played back on the PS2.
I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to
that's
say because I'll
the one
just
I
show my
played too.
age.
3 caught my attention just because it's the evoker is shooting yourself in the head.
Dude, it's awesome. And
Shooting yourself in the head is awesome.
it does kind of
That's
make
a
me
quote.
mad though, because the original PS2 cutscene, or the one from FES, you should watch that on YouTube. It is like the creepiest, the most random, and the most weirdest cutscene. I love it. It's so like dark and weird and strange. I love that. In the remake, as much as I love the remake, because I love the remake, I would say it's a near perfect remake of Persona 3, except for a couple of things. Like there were some music changes. The intro cutscene where you shoot yourself in the head for the first time, I did not like the way that they did it in the remake. I preferred the old PS2 version. And then the fact that they left the female version of the character out from Portable. But other than that, the remake is incredible. But yeah, like, that the whole thing of like using the evoker on the original FES one, it was so crazy when you see that first cutscene. It's intense, though. You have to watch it. It's so good.
Oh, yeah,
mean,
the
The remake is a million times better than any other version of Persona 3. So even with tiny little gripes that I have, or a big gripe,
Are
like
you gonna?
the female protagonist, the version, the new version is incredible.
Are you a little annoyed that we already know next year's Game of the Year?
Oh, GTA 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. That's kind of suck because there could be some really good ones, but yeah, you're right. I don't see how anything is gonna be GTA 6.
You never know.
Maybe they-
Prime 4
Maybe they
might be a
completely fuck it up. I
contender.
don't know.
Prime 4 could be a contender.
Yeah, but
It's
the thing
GTA,
with
man.
GTA is it's like the biggest cultural phenomenon in the world. Like even people who do not like video games, don't play video games, don't care about video games, think video games are a waste of time. They laugh at them. They think that people that play them are pathetic. Like even people who think
You're
like that,
driving this point home real hard.
like even people who think like that will actually play GTA 6. They'll play it. That's like the only game that they'll play this whole generation. They'll skip everything else and play that motherfucker right there. That's why it'll make like 150 million sales.
Number of sales does not equate to making Game of the Year. Just saying.
Right, but the cultural impact that it has, the fact that like rappers, movie stars, athletes, influencers, normal people, your grandma is going to be talking about it, is just crazy. Like no other game can do that.
Well, I mean, there's always a space where they could fuck up. They could fuck the game up and make it unfun. They probably won't, but it's always possible.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rockstar would have a hard time doing that. They're pretty crazy.
Don't mind a goose, my love, when he goes on those rants because I'm surprised he didn't bring up any like cock and balls and sucking dick in that conversation.
I would never. Why would you say foul things like that, you bastard?
You go the whole closet homosexual path? No, never.
Worms. There's a game series that should come back. Worms.
Worms. Oh man, I remember.
Don't act like Worms was fucking shit.
That shit was fun.
And if anyone is old enough, Artillerist.
That was the inspiration for Worms, wasn't it?
Yep.
I loved Artillerist.
I can't remember which Worms game it was, but my friends used to play it all the time, and it was the one that it would let you record sound bits, and then you could like put those sound recordings on your Worms when they got hit or when they died or where they like beat a level or something. And that was like around the time that the first Lord of the Rings had come out, so my friends recorded a bunch of like gibberish stuff with Lord of the Rings references, and every time they played Worms I would hear like over and over again like they're taking the hobbits to Isengard or just stuff like that. Pretty funny.
Oh shit. Another old game that's getting re-released right now. I don't know if anyone saw it. Is Age of Mythology Retold?
I think I've heard of it,
Not
but
a lot of PC gamers here.
I was not a PC gamer until probably like
So
the 2010s.
there was a game called Age of Empires, and then after a while they made a game called Age of Mythology, which was like Age of Empires, but you got gods and powers. Age of Empires. I'm trying to think. Is there another? I don't know if there's like an upgrade to Age of Empires at all.
Congrats, Knuckle.
It's like a Warcraft clone, except for it was before Warcraft. I think.
Oh, by the way, there was, I don't know the full details yet because I just remember, but there was apparently there was a famous quote from somebody from Sony recently that said like they admit that there hasn't been that many like games that they've made this year, but they said something along the lines of like we currently don't have like a lot of like games or properties that we can think of that we can come up with. And it's so funny because people have been roasting them by posting like hundreds of PS1, PS2 titles that have completely like disappeared, like Sly
Jetmoto.
Cooper, Siphon Filter, like, and then the list goes on and on. There's like hundreds of them, and people are like, "Really? You can't come up with anything?" Mine's drawing blank. What about all these fucking games? Where are they at?
Well, unless the game is guaranteed to make millions, I'm not going to bother investing in it.
Yeah. Exactly. It's just kind of funny how like PlayStation
How corporate greed has completely ruined the industry.
Sony has the fucking franchises. They just refuse to invest in a lot of them. It's stupid. They want to make Concord, which was probably one of the biggest failures in Sony history.
I wasn't even aware that game was coming out until it was dead.
when I saw it at their Sony presentation, like what was it, like 6 months ago, 8 months ago, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like they literally spent 15 minutes on it,
Why didn't
and they
name
had
it
like
after
this.
grapes?
They had like an 8-minute CGI trailer that made it look like the biggest wannabe, like broadcast Guardians of the Galaxy bullshit I've ever seen, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?" Like nobody gives a shit about this.
What kind of game was it? I just saw the picture and assumed it was a MOBA.
It was a hero shooter. It was supposed to be like a what's that game from Blizzard that I don't like?
Overwatch?
Overwatch.
Oh,
It was
okay.
supposed to be like an Overwatch clone or even killer for that matter.
Nothing's gonna be an Overwatch killer.
It sold
Well, the
less
only
than
Overwatch-
25,000 copies.
Yeah, the only Overwatch killer is gonna be Blizzard.
I was gonna say the Overwatch killer was Overwatch too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Overwatch
the Overwatch killer is inside the building.
Yeah.
It's calling from inside the house.
Even Neko was disappointed with Overwatch too.
Dang.
That was Anthem, right?
Oh,
Is the
Anthem,
Deep
that was
Space game
another
was supposed
biggest failure.
When Alex said the Deep Space game was supposed to be like Destiny, I thought that was supposed to be Anthem.
No, she might be thinking of Starfield.
Oh,
That was
Starfield.
utter failure.
Starfield's
I would.
Bethesda, right?
Yeah, Bethesda. Oh, I would say that the Starfield was kind of a failure. It's not an utter failure because there are people who like it, and I think it's sold enough, and people play it on Game Pass enough. But it was supposed to be like the next Skyrim, right? But in space, and it did not have that effect whatsoever.
Well, I think
Who wants
Starfield's
Skyrim in
issue,
space, anyways?
Starfield's issue was empty planets.
Yeah, the same.
The same problem that everybody who tries to make too big of a space game has.
Exactly.
It's so stupid. Like, why don't you just make like 30 really good ones, like 30 amazing ones? But they're like, no, we have to do 100,000.
You know what? In
500,000.
retrospect, the game that I felt did the best, like, oh, there's a fuck ton of planets and you can explore most of them, is Mass Effect 1. Like, that's been
Yeah.
the best to that so far. And that game,
Mass
I don't
Effect
know
1 was
if I would
awesome.
call it, but like it at
Yeah,
least
Mass
felt
Effect 1 was
realistic.
awesome.
Yeah, and
I like the fact that you could actually like go into the planets when. That's why Mass Effect 2 kind of pissed me off because all you would do is you would like scan a planet and you would click on a thing and then you would get the resources from it.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Why can't I just go in there and let me explore them and then let me go in there and fuck around and see what happens?
Yeah.
I think No Man's
That's a-
Sky did a good job.
Eventually, yes.
Yeah,
By
I was
the
gonna
end of
say
it, yes.
the launch was. What do you mean by the end of it? It's still going, dude.
By the end of it, when it died.
4 years ago.
By now, it did accomplish what it's set to do mostly.
Yeah.
Right. You know, once the main studio, Sony, stopped pissing in their Cheerios, they got to make the game they wanted.
I still haven't played Mass Effect 3. I wanted to, but I heard the ending was so bad that I was like, well, in
Ignore
that
that,
case,
just
I'm just
play
gonna
it.
skip it.
Ignore that, just play it.
well, that reminds me.
You don't own the trilogy of Goose?
Mass
bought
Effect 3 is a
the-
fucking awesome ass game that everybody just got confused by the ending.
I bought the thing that they remade or that they made a couple years ago.
The collection thing?
Yeah, for like $10.
I bought it really cheap, yeah.
Look, if
I have
you
it.
liked Mass Effect 2, play Mass Effect 3. It's like 99%.
Yeah, Mass Effect 2 was great.
It's like 99% of the stuff that you liked from Mass Effect 2. And then
Well, that's good.
there's an ending you're probably just be like, what the fuck?
That
what I
was
heard.
the Leviathan DLC, right?
Oh, the Leviathan DLC was dope. So here's the thing that I don't understand. Andromeda is very similar to all the other Mass Effect games, and I'm bored to tears with it.
Oh, I remember when Andromeda came out, everybody was laughing at the faces so much.
Yeah,
They
I
were
mean it's
so ugly.
it's like other shit. They fixed that by the time I played it, but it was still very like Mass Effecty, but I just didn't care about it at all. It was just boring.
Well,
I
I can't put my finger on why.
What was the story not
I
engaging?
can tell you.
I guess not.
I can tell you why.
Okay.
And it's happening in the gaming industry right now.
Go on, oh wise wizard of gaming.
Yeah.
The biggest problem is that publishing companies are garbage, and they treat
That doesn't seem like a specific thing.
programmers like garbage. So you have a lot of talent, and you have that talent for a couple of years. They create an amazing game, right? But the problem is a lot of talent get tired of all the bullshit they have to deal with, so they leave, and then they replace it with temps and other people, and they have to pick up in the genius steps of the geniuses who worked in the previous game and left, and now you're left with people who are not as talented or not well trained or not well managed, and then they tell them, hey, you have to make a sequel to Mass Effect 3, or like, you know, you have to make a sequel to this game that was huge and sold millions, right? It's your task to figure out how to make another banger. But a lot of the people who made what made the previous game so good are no longer there anymore.
And so the whole
team culture, the whole essence of what made that previous game is gone in the new game, and you have a new team.
That's what it's usually because they downsize everybody after the game's launched.
Well,
exactly.
that's what I was going to
I
say.
still don't think that.
Gets my point though. Good.
I mean, that a goose just doesn't seem to really understand the difference with like what happens after a game is released.
I still think it's weird that you, like, if your team makes one of the best games ever made, and it sells like hotcakes, and I mean it's absolutely successful, I think it's stupid for publishers to be like, okay, we're gonna get rid of like 20, like 40% of these people, and we'll just restock later on, when a couple of years from now when we make another game. There has to be a better way to retain that talent, because then you get all these new people, or these, you know, people have nothing to do with what came before, and you expect them to shit out something bigger or just as good as before, and that's unrealistic.
No, you just simply don't understand, dude.
No,
Like,
labor is a line item on the P&L. You got to understand that. That's all it is.
well, right, but all that
It's
talent,
inflammatory.
all that talent at the end of the day is contract work. Like that's it.
Which is sad, because I feel like the studio should do a better job of like wanting to keep on to that talent. If somebody is really good at what they do, why would you want them to go somewhere else?
Also, not to be pedantic, but I don't think that really answered my question of why Andromeda was different than the original Mass Effect series.
Right?
It was a completely different like set of people that worked on it. Nothing to do whatsoever with the previous three at all.
Right, but
not a single ounce of it had anything to do with the previous two or three. I mean,
I think a lot of it did actually.
Oh, there's like nobody
the
left
difference,
on that team.
Well, yeah, but I mean the game is very similar in that at the same time, and I don't feel like the story wasn't engaging either. The story was pretty good, at least the way it didn't. I wasn't sitting there bored by the story. I just eventually didn't care about the entire gameplay loop. So
I was gonna say, was it the story that couldn't pull you in?
no, the story was all right. Like, there's a lot of like unexplained things going on, stuff that you have to try to figure out. I don't feel like the story was any worse than the original Mass Effect series. Maybe they just spread out the hooks too much or something. Maybe the pacing was off.
Yeah, I have them. I haven't played any of them yet.
If you do it and you have the patience, start with one. If you don't, you can start with two.
One is good. I actually like
one.
One's really good,
but it's also kind of rough around the edges sometimes.
It's old for sure. You can feel its age for sure, but I don't know. There's a certain charm to the first one that like
I don't know,
But-
it just kind of
reminds me of
the
But-
good old.
360 days.
But why? I'm playing a 20-year-old game that I think is older than the Mass Effects in the first place. Why would I
Yeah.
have difficulty getting into it?
That's fair.
I think it's fun. I actually like the first
They're
one
also
a lot.
like
1 and 2.
2 are kind of different games too.
Someone,
Yeah,
They're different.
someone doesn't have their key items, by the way.
Yeah, I had to pick mine up when I came in. Oh wait, are we talking about
The, the
Moggle
Twos?
twos, yes,
well,
If
if
I
I
don't have those two, that's gonna be real embarrassing, isn't it?
a little bit.
What the?
Not as
can't go now.
Oh, there she is. Come on, Zoe. Let's go back inside.
So I don't know if this
Okay.
is telling, but if I type in
Go Zoe.
why is Mass Effect,
Yeah.
the first option that comes up is why is Mass Effect Andromeda bad?
Zoe, come on.
So like
a bunch of
other people are kind of confused as to why it's bad too.
You sure it's just Google's not listening to you?
I don't know.
Come on, Zoe.
One of the reasons they think the game is one of the reasons the AI says that it's bad is because there was violence and mature themes in it.
Oh,
I think that's it.
it was you, Aberrant, wasn't it? Didn't have the twos as well.
Shh.
Well, the other thing too, Lex, is the game industry or programming in general lacks unions, so developers tend to turn into waste.
They turned them into shit.
Yes.
I'll be frank, I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, the whole
Culture
War.
behind like
how they treat their employees in the gaming industry is super sad. I think, and what's crazy is even Nintendo has been known to have their bad things that they've done before. Like a couple years ago, wasn't there a few people that kind of came forward and said that if you were a contractor, or a contractee for Nintendo projects, and you were not part of like an actual employee of Nintendo, that you were treated like really bad compared to Nintendo
employees.
And,
Well,
I
so
mean-
so I'll stop you there. So there's a couple of things that are against developers or individual contractors, right? Even as that. When you work for a company, say like Blizzard or EA or whoever, usually you have to sign an NDA, and or not an NDA, a non-compete, and that becomes a programmer's nightmare because that means you can't do what you want to do, or you can't do anything. As well as they're not unionized, they don't have
big new.
a whole lot of benefits. But I will say the one thing that is changing at the beginning of 2025, non-competes are illegal.
really?
Yep.
Huh.
Companies are no longer allowed to. I don't know how much of it gets grandfathered in. If you sign one, does it still have teeth? But non-competes moving forward in 2025 will be illegal.
That's kind of good.
In the U.S.
Yes, in the U.S.
That's probably a good thing.
It's gonna flip the gaming industry on its head.
Yeah. But yeah, there was a couple of people that came out a couple of years ago and talked to Jason Schreier about how they were treated like, I don't know, just really, really poorly compared to, and it created like this really big, separation between those who were fully employed by Nintendo and those who were not, and it was kind of like you were looked at like cockroaches and the Nintendo employees were like kings. So it was like, damn, the disparity between the two was just way too much, you know.
Okay, so a goose, I need you to be quiet for a little bit, or at least minimize, because we need to focus. Aberrant, axe, subtle blow set, please.
Yep.
Oh, axe. Good point.
It's boss time.
Yep.
You can still bring up points. I didn't mean to be rude to you, Goose, but we has to focus now. Aberrant has to get to 74% tonight. You can watch us on my stream or
Without killing it? What the fuck? Why do I get it?
Why do we got this criteria, Nico? Man, I had such a ridiculous week that I don't remember anything about this game. Which is like a partial excuse for the Mograthon one. Let me know I can pull. Oh.
That's an omen, right there. I'm gonna die.
It's a best laid plan. Stop chopping. Oh shit, it's good. Oh, my axe is going up. Oh, that's right. I gained a
Master level.
Yeah, you got a master level.
yeah. Just no excuse for me not being capped here.
Keep going. It's at 76.
Oh, word. Whoops.
He didn't have to leave, damn it.
It's one thing. If there's one thing we know about him,
I did. He rage quit on us, didn't he?
he's also left the server.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, I know. I have a bet. My bet, though, this is not a goose related. This is VV related. My bet is that VV won't have Discord back by next week on Friday.
Oh, probably not. Welcome back, Goose. Go ahead and Mighty Strike 7.
Oh, that's. Oh. No. That little man. Hey.
Quigley, can you try and silence it when you get a chance?
I'm gonna push it a little too much right now. So.
You're fine.
Let's see where this muling lullaby lands.
612.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're getting there.
Is Mighty Strikes over?
No. Trying to get one more in on it. Okay. Alright. Off. I have a feeling I'm a little high right now.
365. You're good.
Oh,
Alright. What's my percentage at anyway?
90.
Ugh. How much farther to go?
Yeah, keep going. You got 16% to go. 478. You're still good.
All right,
You
I
can
gotta
keep
hop
doing
off for
that.
now.
All right.
All right.
Have a good night.
I'm not going to bed or anything like that. I gotta go take a shower. Then I gotta go let out the doggos and whatnot.
Oh,
Oh.
let's.
Have a good evening, I guess.
Be that way. Go feel clean.
You're lucky I didn't say have a good morning.
If you said that, I'd be like, okay, you are completely upside down.
I say good morning to people at work until 4 or 5 p.m.
When people say good morning to me, sometimes I look at my watch and be like, oh wait, it's not morning anymore.
Gouge is off at the moment. You're good, Evan.
Can you keep reading me the numbers?
That's actually really helpful.
310.
Alright, cool, thank you. Just because it shows up so late on mine, that's how I gauge how much I can goof.
Swing and a whiff.
Really?
I don't think I've ever seen Miss Axe miss.
Yeah.
264. Don't forget Berserk if it's fell off.
It is.
It's up.
And Restraint.
It is also up. I have a... I don't know if I'm doing Warrior wrong, but I just have an all buffs button.
I mean, as long as War Cry is not on that same button. And
It is.
And Blood Cry.
Well,
War Cry's on one, Blood Cry's on the other. So now... Oh, it's still not back up yet.
Do you Tomahawk?
I did earlier. Let me see if it's back up. Yeah, it's back up. There we go.
488. You're good.
okay.
Hurry on, hurry.
696. Do two weapon skills and then turn.
It's pushing a little bit. Alright.
Stay turned until VV gets his out. 144. You're good. 10% to go.
Yep. That's rough. You said retaliation doesn't work on this one, right?
Yeah, let's just counter. There's nothing that this guy does physically.
Oh. That slap thing isn't a physical attack?
Nope.
Did I lose some sort of buff?
You lost about 25% somewhere.
Yeah.
Bubbles maybe. I don't know.
I'm wondering.
I don't know if Neko's bolstered yet or not.
Oh. Alright, well, let's just be pushing the time then. Are you bolstering before you do bog, or are you bogging first? Oh, okay, cool. I figured you'd know to do that, but I don't know. I want Geo more, so maybe one time I do something.
Just keep going. You got 5% to do, sir.
Working on it.
6% actually. So keep
Yeah,
pushing.
well,
2 minutes, so I'm just gonna keep pushing through the whole. So just keep them coming.
Yeah. Last I saw was 3 something, so you're good. 344.
still don't understand how restraint works.
It's weapon skill damage, basically.
Yeah.
Think of it like, well, I mean, you don't really play monk, but it's kind of like
Yeah.
impetus for warrior.
Yeah.
I didn't see that viewing, so I'm not sure what it was at, but it still seems good.
Can I get a percentage check?
78.
Fuck. Well, you're welcome. waiting for weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because that gives me time to figure things.
Fig Newtons.
Yeah. It's a Friday. You gotta treat yourself.
I'm good for random. Four minuets, Sensei.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, the consensus right now is we don't think we're at the attack cap with this guy, so Aria is useless. From your end, sweetheart.
Did you get anything good in that old case +1?
Monk +1.
Ah. Help, it's a big old bug. Wait. Oh, that's what that is. What's the job emote where you get wings?
Black
Dragoon.
Mage.
Oh wait, what's it?
Dragoon and Black Mage. Dragoon gets you the blue ones, and Black Mage gets you the Sephiroth looking ones.
Double wing. That doesn't look very good. I'm still mad that they didn't use the emotion subcoding on job emotes. What? How did you get that? Where did you pick up a turd?
And why was I the only one to get rasp? And why didn't job change take the rasp off?
Yeah, there's a lot of good questions there. There we go, that looks pretty cool.
Off at the top.
I'm still fucking. Come on, guys. Why wouldn't they add the like? Do you know how you can do? You can subcode emotes to use motion, and it just doesn't display the text with the job emote or with the emote. Why couldn't they have done that?
Snake eye that. Snake eye that. This is what happens when I start playing a job. I know the numbers now. Sorry, quickly.
Did you see Alex's message to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Oh, that's the wrong spell. Oh, it's on. Oh, hey, wait, we're fighting up here?
Yep, Vivi's gonna pull it somewhere.
Okay.
I'm not sure where he's gonna pull it because he's not in Discord.
Yeah. I believe in us. So scared. Is it in that corner we always go to?
No. In a tell, Quigley, you know you can use Echo, right? That's still a thing. I'm waiting for Neko to go, what's Echo?
I don't think I've ever used Echo, so I'm sure Neko knows what it is. Did I remember all the spells? Oh, Solace, there we go.
That's about right.
Oh, we're going with a tank this time. We didn't use a tank the last couple of times, did we?
Yeah.
Jesus. Sorry. Dia on. Too busy fucking up my other rotations for this.
I drained Kiss, Neko, you're good.
Oh wait, Sin is going and Moink's the one that's supposed to be out of damage range.
I'll be in after I do Nitro.
Yeah. Moink, why are you in damage range?
Drain Kiss. Switch to the Snapweed.
Hey Neko, you keep getting a velocity looking debuff. What is that? Like, I don't know, it's the debuff icon looks like something's in motion. That's it. That one that I just took off of you. Okay. So that's still important. Damn. Get it on you every 2 seconds, too. Dia wore off, so I re-died.
That's where I like to see. Stop missing, Neko.
Also, Neko, how critical is your haste? Yeah, okay, that answers that.
Torque cleavers just don't seem right.
Right, it's too much spinning. How can I move you down this fucking list? Keep targeting you. It's fucking up. his life flash before her eyes.
Do an insurgency.
Like Al Qaeda?
Not insurgency. I meant quietus, but I think you were doing that anyways, weren't you? Yeah, you're plateauing around 20k, and I don't understand why. See, I was right, and I didn't have to use a scoreboard.
So that's saying you should just be doing cross reaper and spinning slash then, right? Oh, or quietus. Oh wait, no, torque lever and
Yeah, her torque cleaver did the most, but it also missed the most as well. But she needs to be. I don't want to sound like Tom, but I'm sorry, Neko. She needs to be averaging around 30 to 35k, and she's about 10k light on that, and that's with 4 attack songs. Wait, we were still using monks on that? No, from Velner, but he's using Scythe. Yeah, but Valnor isn't storing. It's scary that Vivi knows who I'm talking about. But so the reason why I'm saying that, Neko, is because I mean, obviously you saw we're just not doing enough damage. Hmm. I mean, you can. No, they didn't go in yet. Did did? Oh yeah, yeah, Aberrant. You need to reset 1 hour.
I mean, sort of. I do have 9 minutes until my 2 hours back, though. I'm not sure we're gonna actually make it in by that time.
No, it doesn't, Neko.
I'll go through the motion anyway.
Because I mean, the Savage Blades were where I want them to be, which is good. We just need to get you up. Yeah, I just don't know, Neko, because I mean, so like on your scythe, your Cross Reapers and your Quietists were consistent, at least. I don't think they missed at all. Uh, but Torcleave is still your strongest. Yeah, but that could have been due to Quigley switching over to Samrule at the time too. Quigley, don't worry about Monk's Rule. Neko doing a dummy move? Never. In theory, it should have stuck, but maybe resisted stuck. I mean, I don't think it would have lasted the whole 15 minutes of the fight, or 13, whatever. Okay, Sensei.
Yes.
So you're gonna do the 4 attack songs and the march. However, I need you to pianissimo the aria onto Neko.
Okay.
Because
I'm gonna have to watch VV's placement because it looks like he missed the nitro.
yeah, you may just been positioned or something like that. Quigley needs to move in so you can hit all, because the 4 of you will be the DPS. So yeah, Vivi kind of needs those songs to help with damage. Not that the Intimidations are gonna win the fight though. But yeah, you and Quigley definitely won't be attack cap, so you'll need the 4 attack songs. I would think the aria is gonna help Neko. Take us in when you're ready, son. What is your master level on Dark Neko? 30? No, yeah, that's not why I was asking. Averant, get your TP on your great axe so you can open with armor break. Also, Averant, don't turn unless I tell you to. Neko and I will keep an eye on the TP feed. But
Okay.
it seemed good for the most part. I think it went to 900 once.
All right.
And I'll let you know when you can Mighty Strikes. USB to Ethernet adapter? Probably.
Hell yeah.
There might be, Ricardo, but why do you, out of curiosity, why do you need that type of adapter?
Wait, what did he say?
USB to Ethernet.
I can't think of a good use for that. You want armor break, not full break, right?
Yeah, armor break.
Okay. Sure you don't want weapon break?
I mean, if you want to lower his attack, go for it. Most of his stuff. He might have one physical attack, and you can try and put retaliation on, but if you don't see it go on or go off during the while it's up.
I just didn't know if it's even like a tiny bit of damage might be helpful.
You can pull hammer. Make sure you're in the subtle blow set with that axe.
Man. Hell. No big stupid ass tree. Oh, what the fuck? Alright, cool. Don't do anything yet. Or I guess do whatever you want to. Macros broke for a second.
Go ahead and do Tomahawk, and then you can Mighty Strikes.
Alright, for sure.
163. Go all out.
I'm slowed if someone can get rid of that too. I mean, maybe that's useful right now, but no, I have
Sensing.
Oh, it,
slow cast on me. Yeah. I still don't think. Oh, okay, it's off.
You also had evasion down.
Really? I'm dodging enough.
Turn. Good. turn.
What's the percentage?
86. You're good.
All right.
Keep pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Turn. Son of a bitch. Don't worry about turning, just keep going.
Yep. Maybe not 11. It's still the same thing. It's everyone who's not on Discord. Discord is protected faction.
You can stay turned.
Oh. He's ultimate in it anyway.
Yeah, that mewing that killed was 1300.
I go hard in the paint. What did we get down to?
74?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Mission accomplished. Had to get us down to 74 and kill Vivi. I mean,
No. Don't backtrack. That's correct.
this is the plan. Hold on, Neko. You're not even appreciating this.
I'm good for random.
That powerful lamp. That's not very good. What's the other one that powers up?
Warrior. And monk.
Yeah, monks is the best. Warriors doesn't look like anything. This is the monk one. That looks like a powerful lamp or lantern. Oh man, I just ran out. Oh, that would have been really good too. Damn it. Does red mage just do that when you run? Oh yeah, it does. That's pretty good. Oh, that would have been weird. Yeah, that one really kind of lights up the area. What did that do? Oh, sorry, quickly. God, Beastmaster got ripped off so bad on this.
Buff at the top. You don't like the bunny ears?
It's crappy. It's just not anywhere near as cool.
Why'd you put Aria on yourself?
I have to play with the macro.
Go, Neko. We'll figure it out later. Just do 4 attacks once. And there goes the hastes. Go ahead and attack something.
Die us off. How did I pull that thing with Dia on Embos? Don't worry, I got the right target.
I think it was more in the cures.
those diarrhea apply? MP's dropping pretty quick here for me. If anyone has a solution. Thank you. It's not. It's about to be back on. Back on. Fuck happened there? Is Quigley zombied or something like that? Okay, that was weird. He took no healing from those last couple of heals. Gotcha.
It's coming out.
No.
can exit.
This is fun. Oh.
Uh,
Not for nothing. If you're on the fence about it, I starting to pass out on that fight. Night, everyone.
You guys done?
yeah.
How'd it go?
We won.
The award for not winning.
Yeah.
Were you 4 attack songs or 3 attacks on an Aria Neko?
I didn't get area honor, but I fixed the problem.
Okay.
Oh, I guess those guys are in the Final Fantasy 14 channel. I'm gonna join them.
All right, Gus. Enjoy.
Gracias.
All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go pick up the kiddo. Don't you leave me, Neko. Good night, YouTube. I'll see everyone on Monday.